All right, gents, welcome to the Week 7 Fantasy Balls week recap. As you can tell, I'm at a new location in my office. Welcome. It's not packed at all. For some reason, that wall is not that bright. I don't know why it's like that. Can we do a focus here, computer? Oh, there we go. That helped a little bit. All right, so welcome. Taking a little bit of critical advice. Maybe not critical. What's the word? Critiquing. Let's say Cameron, good guy Cam, said that last week was one of my best recaps that I've done. So I'm gonna try and harness that. Is it gonna be as good? Probably not. I'm in the office. Can't yell at shit. But however, I think that doing my research as if I made a script, but not actually following a script, might be a secret to success. So I've done a little bit, and I'm still gonna try to keep it under that 10 minutes. Last week was a little long, but we made it right. So let's just jump into it. Right, we're gonna start with the game of the week last week, which was Juiced Balls going up against Team Sternly, and Team Sternly took it personally. I know Jake sent that meme in the group chat, Little Jordan, and I took that personally. The boys came out swinging. 101 points day one. Juice Balls didn't have a fucking shot, Johnny. I love you, bud, but jeez, I'm gonna have to start giving you the fucking shots on a regular basis, buddy. What's going on? 67 points. 67 and a half points from your entire pitching staff. Dude, we coming into the season, we were like, oh shit, John's pitching staff. Are you just set your lineup, dude? I don't know. You only started 4 pitchers the entire week. You got 14 starts, bud. What are you doing? Jake ended a day with -2 points, and you still lost by almost 100. What are you doing? In John's defense, Jake did have 2 people combined for 98 points. Michael Waka and Aaron Judge, right? Combined for 98 points. Um, so I get it, John. I just don't know what's going on with your team, buddy. You got to figure something out. You got to shake some stuff up. I don't know. Got to do something, bud. Moving on, we got the Drippy Droppers going head to head with the Placeholders. This was a good game. This here, good game. Good game. Cameron really made it close. Placeholders, they wanted it so bad. Last night, Sunday, scored 99 points, lost by 4. They were coming. They were coming. Had some pretty solid performances day by day. Alec was just a little more consistent. Grabbed their second win of the season. Never put up less than 20. Neither did Cameron, but Alec had his daily average looks a bit higher. 42, 44, 56, 38, 20, 64, 42. Cameron's got a couple of days where he only scored 20 points. But that 99, wow. That was an exciting matchup coming down to the wire, right? And, placeholders just couldn't eke it out. But can't win them all, Cam. Can't win them all. You're all right. 4-3. It's respectable. You're still second. It's respectable. Wow, that wasn't a word. Respectable. That's the word. Looks like Cameron tried to start 16 pitchers. So I guess 2 of them did not count, and maybe that's where he got bit in the ass. Maybe. But yeah, you can't start more than 14, or can't get points for more than 14 starts. So, well, Cam. Next we go into to the league leader in record, 6-1 Team Wallach. Took care of lazy team name. About a 40-point margin here. Respectable. Eddie still put up 250. Not everybody's putting up 250 every week. That's pretty respectable, right? He's doing a good enough job. But couldn't get it against Wallach this week. Griff coming off the birthday, solid performance, 292. Really put up good numbers. No complaints from either side. Ohtani, being Ohtani, 35 points. What are you going to do? He's pitching and batting like a fucking maniac. Um, Griff's got somebody's got to beat him. I don't know. But Griff's gonna do what Griff's gonna do. He got that number one pick, and he used it right. So now we move on to Big Bruisers and PED users versus Team Badussi. These two boys were going at it yesterday. We were at my uncle's house. These two boys going at it. Pretty good matchup. Little around 30, a little less than 30 points. Can't do this math. Looks like 27-point differential, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Trying to do quick math on tape doesn't go well. Pretty solid matchup. They were talking shit yesterday, but the Bruisers at the plate, 212 points, 212. They're just mashing out there, putting up some solid numbers. Brochard's been doing a real good job managing that roster and making sure everybody's in the right spot to do the best that they can to succeed. Okay. Connor, on the other hand, struggling. 2-5, Connor. Come on, buddy. You gotta figure it out. At least John doesn't have a win. You got somebody you're above, but come on, dude. You gotta take some pride. Get some shit figured out, bud. And then we move into my matchup. Save it for last. My boys went hard this week. We were cracked, right? I was a little worried early on. I'm not gonna lie, a little worried. Day one, Chumbo took a 68-29 lead. I was like, dude's got a pretty wide margin. Then he 47-45 on day two. Didn't really change much up. He gave himself a little bit more of a cushion, actually. But here's the thing. I didn't have any starters go yet. Not a single starter went until Wednesday. 107 points. 107. Took the lead, never fucking looked back. Went from 107 to 56 to 74. 3 hot days, right? Almost put up 400 points, okay? Your boy is leading the league in points for, okay? Come at me. I'm ready for you, Griff. I'll take you on. Eventually, I'm not in a rush, but I'm ready. Bats put up 226, pitchers 170. I got the closer game on lock, boys. Don't try to beat me that way, because you're not gonna. So good matchup. Not really. Chumba didn't. I was worried early on, but after I got that, I was fine. We were good. We kept going. So that was that's that. This week's low scorer though. Johnny K. So Jake still owes us 2 with his broken jaw. Still owes us 2, which technically he hasn't done it in 2 weeks. So technically owes us a little more. But Johnny boy, we voted. Everybody voted for the rule. Jake hasn't followed that rule, and that's on him. And he'll get his punishment. He'll get his due. We'll figure it out. As a league, we'll figure out how to punish that man. But Johnny, it's your turn. You owe the group chat a shotgun. So we'll see that. But we are now going into week 8. Right? We're going into week 8. Quick standings update, boys. Quick little standings update. Griff leading the way, strong, 6-1, 857 win percentage. Is Griff fake though? I just want to put it out there. Griff has the lowest margin of points scored against him. Now, don't get me wrong, Griff's put up some good numbers, right? He's had some strong weeks. He's third when it comes to points for. So I'm not saying that he's a low scorer or anything, but people just don't score against Griff, right? Is it that Griff is just getting away with easy wins because nobody's really, nobody's coming to Griff ready to play? I don't know. Is it? If I could find the fucking schedule. Here we go. Found the schedule. Right? Week 1, Griff put up 478. That's the week and a half, though. Right? That's the week and a half. Then he put up 400. Okay? 2 good weeks in a row for Griff. 362. Still getting lower. Still getting lower. Then he put up 213 and still won. Okay? Anybody else, that's a loss. Anybody else, that's a loss. His one loss, he put up 338. And then after that, 336. Right? So what I'm saying, 292 this last week. Right? I'm not saying Griff is fake. I'm not saying his team is terrible. But what I am saying is, I think he's beatable, boys. I think we got to look at ourselves at why Griff is doing so good. You know, he deserves some praise, yeah. But I think Griff is beatable. All right, we got to take him down. So he's 6-1. Jake, myself, and Brochard are all 5-2. Cameron is the only 4-3 team. Chumba and Eddie are both 3-4. Connor 2-5, as well as Alec, and then Johnny Boy. Johnny's got a 7% chance to make the playoffs. If John loses this week, he might be out, which that would be so embarrassing if you were out of the playoff. Like John, 6 teams are making the playoffs, bud. The top seeds get a bye. You can't be doing it, buddy. Anyway, I'm leading the league in points 4, followed by Brochard, and then Griff, as just mentioned. Johnny Boy, Johnny's way at the bottom. John's got 1,800. And then the second to last is Connor at 2,000. Right? So John, you gotta pull it together. Gotta pull it together, buddy. However, next week's game of the week, I'm putting myself in the spotlight, boys. Right? And guess what? It's against Big Bruisers and PED users. That's right. Their 4th game of the week. Right? If I did my math right. I just did it in the brain. 4th game of the week for them. And they showed up twice real strong. And am I nervous about it? Yeah. Do I want to play them in the game of the week? They took the challenge the last 2 times, and they said, we're going to fucking own the game of the week. And yeah, they did. Right? So am I nervous putting myself in the game of the week against the Big Bruisers? Absolutely. Absolutely I am. But who else is it going to be? Brochard and I are both 5-2, right? This could be a playoff matchup. This could be a finals matchup. You know, you never know. I'm not saying I'm going to make the finals. I would have to beat Griff and Jake, right? I think the Upstate division is a bit of a stronger division. Brochard would have to beat Cameron. But this could be a potential finals matchup, right? So, lots going on. Definitely think I went over 10 minutes here. And I don't think I had the same energy that I did last week. But again, I'm in the office. So I had to hold it together a little bit. But that's this week's recap of the week. Stay tuned next week for a little surprise. Little surprise next week. So we'll see. But tune in next week for a surprise. All right, boys. We'll catch ya.